everyone, welcome to my channel if you're new and welcome back if you're returning. So today we're going to talk about a couple of unpopular opinions. I don't really know how many we're going to touch on, but we're about to go there because I'm just going to get my hair combed out and get it twisted up and, just talk about society. So without further ado, what's up with this new show Cutie Pies, yo? Well, I thought it was a show. I legit thought it was a show, and then come to find out it's not a show. It's actually a movie. So I just watched it. Now I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all have watched Cutie Pies, I want y'all to comment down below and let me know. You gotta let me know that y'all have watched it. Because I didn't want to watch it, and then someone hit me up like, listen, it's not what you think. You gotta watch the show. You gotta watch the movie. And I'm like, I don't want to see it. I saw the thumbnail and they had a bunch of little fast ass little girls on there, and I didn't think it was cute. And I'm not into that type of whatever it is. But I went ahead and watched it. I watched it, right, begrudgingly. And when I tell y'all, it had to be one of the best movies ever. Now, there were exactly 4 scenes that I hated. Absolutely hated. They should have edited those out. There's no way that they could have made them much more tasteful than what they were. There were 4 separate times that actually brought tears to my eyes, and I had to stop myself from crying. I was like, wow, this show here, this movie here is serious. So it starts out, we got a little brother, Ishmael, him and his little bad behind. The first thing I saw was mama had a baby on her back, and Ishmael was in the house cutting up, and mama went in the room and snatched Ishmael up and was like, listen, I ain't got time for you today, you better get it together. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm in. I think I like her because she's the no nonsense mom. Like she didn't come to play. So I love that. Then they're in there, the women are all having their meeting because they're Muslim. And Ishmael, the woman said, where does evil dwell? And then the camera kind of they picked up the sound of Ishmael in the background, being a Triceratops or whatever the hell it is. He was in the back acting like a monster, like a dinosaur. And he's off the chain. He has a lot of energy. I think it's cute. But, yeah, I was like, okay, this is not so bad. Now, there are things, like I said, I won't spoil it too bad for the people who haven't watched it, but if you have not, I think you should. I absolutely was not going to. There's a lot to be learned. There are conversations to be had. Now, what I won't do is go down the not so pretty sides of Islam, because then that is not fair to not touch on the not so pretty sides of Christianity, which a lot of people don't like to acknowledge the not so pretty sides of Christianity because they want to do what they want to do. But if we're talking off of the Bible, yeah, there's some not so pretty things, and a lot of people just do what they want to do. So when it comes to Islam, that's what this little girl is. They're Muslim, and you could tell that she didn't like what was going on. Her father wound up taking another wife. Broke her mother's heart. She saw her mother going through it. Mama even passed out while she was cooking, dinner for the kids, because it's just a lot. She's just stressed out. She's the little girl. Her name is Ami. Ami's hiding under the bed. She hears her mom on the phone crying. It's just a lot. And it was like this little girl, what wound up happening in my eyes is she saw other little girls that were doing things that she wasn't necessarily accustomed to. It wasn't a part of her upbringing. And you had a little fast in the ass girls, little Miss Angelica. Ami sees Angelica. They go to school together. She's down there dancing. And that's one thing I say. I love me. It's just something about the Latin culture. You ain't got to have no hips, no butt, not a thigh in sight, no nothing. But just the moving. They just moving. So Angelica's down there dancing. And, then I knew it was real when she took her hair and put it on the ironing board and ironed her hair with the regular clothes iron. I was like, oh yeah, that's my type of people. See, if you can iron your hair properly with the iron and an ironing board, or make a grilled cheese sandwich with some aluminum foil and an iron, yeah, that's not, now you talking my language. So, little girl was saucy, real saucy. And Ami wanted, she never experienced that, but it just seemed like they weren't oppressed the way that Ami had been in her upbringing. And then Ami was dealing with her own emotional issues at this point, because now her father is in I forgot where he is, Senegal. and he found him a new wife, and a new woman, and he's bringing that woman home to marry her. And her brother, her two brothers, and her mother had to deal with this. So they got a room in the house, right? And nobody's allowed in the room. Nobody knows what it is. So this little fast ass Angelica comes over. They go into the room. Come to find out, that's the marital bed. I was like, hold on, wait a minute, what? Mama kicked Ami out of her room. Ami has to share a room with her little brother now, because Mama has to sleep in Ami's room, because now the marital bed has to be for Dad and his new wife. Are you crazy? So, like I said, there are cultural things that are different, and I can't be so judgmental just because culturally I'm not with it, but you know, I do understand. And let me see if I make this 2 or if I'm gonna make it 3. I think I'm gonna make it, I'll just do 2. So yeah, so now I'm like, hold on, the beautiful bedroom, beautiful everything. Dad goes out here and gets another wife. That's customary in certain places, depending on where you are in the world. The biggest issue with Cuties is that people said it was objectifying kids. Now, there are a couple of scenes, and I think it was a marketing thing, as to why they pushed so hard to put that out there. The little girls that's half naked. That's why I said I'm not here for it. I was very, very against anything dealing with it. I didn't want to hear anything Netflix had to say. Actually, like I said, I don't know how I said, you know what, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna talk my junk. Not even close to what I thought it was. I think everybody should watch it. I do not think it was a bad movie. There were 2 parts that had me extremely uncomfortable, and I was extremely upset with them for even, I guess, just staying on it as long as they did. They didn't have to do that. We got the message. We see what you're trying to do. But like I said, 4 parts, maybe 5 that were inappropriate, but 2 that really, really, you know, rubbed me the wrong way. But anyway, the one thing I did like is none of them little girls knew how to walk in heels, so I knew this was just an acting thing. This was not natural, so I was happy about that. And then, you know, the father called back to the house, and the mother, she's putting on a happy face. Yeah, I wish you and your new wife all the success and happiness, and as long as it's out of love, I hope you guys have beautiful kids. Really, Mama? This is what you're deduced to? But that's what they believe. Ami sees it. Ami's like, this is bullcrap. So Dad called. He's talking to his old wife, you know, talking about bringing Nube over to the house, bringing Nube to the house. He wants to know, is there enough space? Is there room for this, room for that? Yeah, we all gonna live in this house together. Ami said, your daddy's on the phone. That girl grabbed that phone. He was like, hello, hello, it's your papa, hello. Ami took that phone and dropped that thing right outside the window. And I said, you know what? I wouldn't even have been mad at the little girl for that. Long story short, it's a lot of stuff going on in this movie, and I don't think it's a bad movie. I thought it was just interesting. They touched on so many things. One of the parts that had me cracking up. She grew to have a negative relationship with her sexuality. She's extremely sexually inappropriate. She has a lot of maladaptive behaviors, but I just think that she's culturally awkward, you know, not culturally awkward for her family, but for society, she doesn't really fit in, and she doesn't have a good relationship with herself, her sexuality, and her sex. So what happens is she does a couple of things that are inappropriate. And I think she somehow has related showing her body with proving points. She tried to like take off her clothes for her cousin because he had a cell phone. She wanted a cell phone. He's like, you're not getting the phone. So she unbuttoned her shirt. And he's like, what the hell's wrong with you? You know, like she doesn't know how to get out what she's feeling. So the mama called to get her exorcised. They were gonna have an exorcism. So the elder came in and he put hands on her, and he got up and he told the mother, he said, I know, you know, you're going through this and that with your husband, and honestly, if you need to leave, you have permission to leave your husband at this point. But don't stay and think that your daughter is just having demons and she's crazy. No, one thing I know for certain is there's no demons in that little girl. Whatever she's going through can be reversed, is pretty much what he said. And I was like, well, that's deep. Because what she's going through is what, you know, her and her father and her mother are going through, but it's coming out in a negative way. So she joins a little dance team. She got a little friends, and it seemed like that was her only thing different from her normal life. She wanted to do things to, I think, get her out of that oppression. What was crazy to me is somehow she went from the one that was fully oppressed to all of a sudden now she's the pimp, and she's showing these hoes how to get to it. She started watching little twerk videos and teaching the other little girls how to do inappropriate dance and stuff like that, and she doesn't know what she's doing is as inappropriate as it is. But like I said, she has a negative relationship with sexuality, her sexuality. Very very off-putting, but I get it. It's not uncommon. So her mom and the mom's auntie are raising them kids, you know, while their father is off frolicking, finding new wives. So they decide they need some water. They're gonna put some holy water on her because we got to get her straight, you know. So they sprinkling her with water. All of a sudden, they think that the demons are coming out, and she get the rocking and shaking, and I was looking. I said at first I was like, oh, okay, I see it, but no, I was like, I don't know what this is. Then she got on the ground and started hunching. I said, let me find out. She gonna try to twerk the demons out. Her family stopped. They were looking like, oh, maybe it worked. Little did they know she was actually practicing for her little dance audition she had coming up with her friends. But it got her out the house because her auntie and her mom fell for it. So the way I see it, dance is really that little girl's Ami's only way out. And like I said, she's definitely sexually inappropriate, but the way they hyped it up, like this is exploiting kids and this, that, and other. I expected to see, and this is no shade to them, but I'm just not a fan. You know them little dancing girls that was on TV? You know, little girls who used to be on cable? See, that wasn't my vibe. That's not my idea of, you know, I don't know, art and what little girls should be doing. Walking around with booty shorts on and doing all that extra. I'm not here for none of that. So that's why when I saw the promo, I was like, I don't know what Netflix trying to pull, but this is ridiculous. Come to find out, they were not promoting that. Like I said, I won't call any names. It just popped in my head who it was, but y'all comment down below if y'all know any. But they had the little dancing teams on cable. Yeah, those girls on cable, they go and compete and wear the little booty shorts and the little half shirts, and they twerking and all that jerking. They do way worse, or just about the same as what these girls did. It was hypersexuality, and I ain't here for it. A lot of people are not here for it, but I understand why they put it in there, and I understand what the message was out of this. So when it was all said and done, they go to the little dance contest, contest, and the girl Ami broke down in the middle of dancing, up there twerking and shaking and all this other. Everybody in the audience, all the parents were uncomfortable, and when nobody feeling none of that, she runs off the stage and runs home. Goes home. It's the day of her father's wedding. Her auntie cussed her out. Where you been? This is your father's wedding. We supposed to be doing this. We supposed to be doing that. Ami doesn't want to go. The mom said, auntie, leave my baby alone. Leave my daughter alone, because she understands. Finally, the mom has connected to see what the little girl's going through. So the mom is dressed to the gauze. When I say she is dressed to the nines, mom looked beautiful for her husband's wedding. Go figure. Ami didn't want to go. She told mom, can we not go? Mom thought about it, and this is what she told her. She said, listen, I'm going to go. You don't have to go if you don't want to go. And I said, I love that. And I was hoping that Ami would have still gone to be her mother's support. But it was cool because this little girl was 11 years old, and she needs to get her mind right. She didn't want to go to her father's wedding with the new wife. Mom didn't make her. So mom left. Ami put on I think she had on some Chucks, put on a pair of jeans, put on a little sweater like a real little girl, had her little wash and go, went downstairs, was walking through the complex and walking through the neighborhood. Little girls was over there doing double dutch. She jumped in, and that's how they ended the movie, with her back doing, being a child, just double dutching, smiling, laughing, being a kid, and I loved that. It was like, once her mom took the pressure off of her, once Ami's mom took the pressure off of Ami took the pressure off of herself. And, I see that she's going to be able to get through. And it's just, I think it's an awesome movie, y'all. I know it's an unpopular opinion, and it's gonna be the only one because this video is long, but I don't know, it's just not as bad as I thought it was, and it definitely is not promoting hypersexuality for children. Them dancing shows on cable were way worse than what they had going here, because that was constant and that was promoting it. This was not promoting it. This is actually showing how things happen to little girls, and how the mind, especially an 11-year-old mind, can get things mixed up and do stupid stuff all because you're hurt. So I'm gonna wrap this up. Gotta get onto my hair video. But yeah, y'all comment down below. Let me know if y'all watched the movie on Netflix. What is it called? It's called Cuties, the little dancing girls. If you did, let me know what y'all thought about it. Did y'all hate it? Did you love it? Whatever the case, make sure you drop down in the comment section. Before you go, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you could. Thumbs me up, and we'll do this again next time. All right, y'all.